Welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Today's guest is Lindsey Muszkiewicz. Hey, Lindsey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Who's your friend right here?
Well, in the background is my caregiver. And this is a guinea pig. His name is Foggy, and he is behaving. I've smothered him with vegetables.
His name is what?
Foggy, like fog.
Foggy?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, he's very cute. How old is he?
I don't know. When I rescued him, he was around 3.5 years old, and I've had him for almost 2 years, so he's close to 5, I think.
Did you get him from an animal rescue or?
There was someone on Facebook saying that he needed to be rehomed, and I just left stupid calic for sight. So
Yeah. Have you had guinea pigs before?
I have, yeah. I actually grew up with guinea pigs as a kid. It's been a couple years since I had some, so I am pretty comfortable taking care of them, which is why when I wanted a pet in my own house, I went for this little guy. I have another guinea pig off screen. You might hear him at some point. He's very vocal, but I can't fit 2 of them in here, so.
Right. So what is that? Just like some kind of a carrier?
I've spoiled him run with a plush bed I bought from Amazon. So.
Oh, it's a bed. Okay. We had guinea pigs when my kids were little, so I love guinea pigs. We had one named Guinea O Pig. That was his name.
That's funny.
And what I love most about him is how when you open the refrigerator, do yours do that? Wait. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything that's plastic that crinkles, they think is for them.
Uh-huh.
So I can't eat chips in peace ever.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, they're very sweet. They squeak in the morning when I get up, and they're always excited to see me when I come home. When I do come home from being outside, so
Right.
they're great.
If Foggy could write you a review as a pet owner, what do you think they would say?
It would definitely start with something like, I can't believe I'm stuck with her, but I love her so much. She gives me all the treats, and when I want to cuddle, she'll hold me in her lap, and when I bite her when I'm done cuddling, she puts me back immediately. So it could be faster putting me back when I'm done being held, so I'm going to give her like 4 out of 10 stars for that. And you know, she's taken me to the vet, and I hate that about her especially. So I think he has short-term memory, because at this point the later he'd probably be like, I think I've been to the vet, but 2 surgeries, and I try not to remind him of those experiences when I can. He'll hold it against me. Yeah, if you could write me a letter, it'd be like, he'll save everything nice for the end, but he'll start with all of his major complaints. Vegetables could be crunchier. I think that I should be served on the hour, on the dot, every hour, and also in between every half an hour. I want some snacks, and then on top of that, he'd be like, "I want you to just put the entire bag of alfalfa in my cage for bedding. So jot that down." And then he'd be like, "You know, she's my favorite person, and I love cuddling with her, and she just massages my ears, and I love that. You know, great masseuse, 10 out of 10 there." Yeah, he'd be one of those Yelpers that writes a very long, disparaging blog, and then say these big comments for the end.
All right. Okay, well, let's switch now. Now we're going to start talking about heavy petting of the human variety. And I always have to qualify here because not everybody knows that terminology. We used to call heavy petting back in the day just like making out, you know, going to second or third base. That was heavy petting. But as for the show, it has just to do anything with dating, sex, love, romance. So do you have any stories about heavy petting of the human variety that you'd like to share with us?
Oh yeah, I've pet so many animals. I'm so good at it. I've never had a girlfriend, never been kissed, never been on a date. So, ladies, I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I've figured it out. I actually wasn't super into the idea of dating and romance at all in my life up until like my first year of college, because I was like, oh, I'm in a wheelchair. That means I'm not allowed to like people because that's disgusting. And then I realized I was gay and that men were disgusting and it wasn't me or the wheelchair the entire time. So I have not had a lot of experiences, had a lot of emotional affairs, never anything physical, and I don't have much to share except for trauma, if that's hot to you.
Well, not to me personally, to someone probably. So do you think it's because you're in a chair?
Like, I definitely think that's part of it. I'm not exactly the hot Barbie doll type body either, if you remove the chair. So I think it's a combination of being gender nonconforming, and then being in a wheelchair kind of just makes everyone in society assume I'm asexual, which is kind of why I assumed I was asexual. I'm not. I'm just really gay. So I definitely think, if I had been one of those girls that wanted long hair and makeup and could walk, I probably would have been asked out a few times by now. I have a stellar personality. It's just the packaging kind of puts people off.
You do, because I definitely remember you. We worked together at the disabled list show.
Yeah, that was extremely terrifying. I've since gotten the suspension on my chair completely replaced, so now I can actually get up on the stage without almost dying.
Yes, that was precarious, a little precarious.
It was. I think that was the highlight of the show. Obviously, is watching us get up and down from that very small stage. But yeah, how have you been since we met at the disabled list? That was quite a while ago now.
I've been good, but staying home, hiding out is starting to wear on me a little bit, because I'm a goer and a doer, and so it's tough. Do you get out at all, or you just?
Occasionally, I'll meet some friends at the park for a social distance hangout where we all wear masks and sit in a circle on the grass when it's nice out, which has been fun. But I've done that maybe once or twice. I do that very rarely. And when I do, I'm like, okay, where have you been? I need to know your whereabouts. Show me your neck. Like, that kind of thing. Like, are you infected? Apocalypse style.
Yeah, I'm really afraid. I don't want to be. Like, my hair, I've needed a haircut since March. And it feels so shaggy. And I keep thinking, I'll just go. No, I'm not going to go get a haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'd be hard because you can't wear a mask, especially when you're getting your hair cut around your ears. So I'm fortunate enough, my hair is short, that I have a couple caregivers who know how to cut men's hair. And so I've gotten trimmed a couple times.
Nice.
But, it's still not the greatest. Where are you going, sir? He's like balanced. I'll have to take a picture of this before it gets taken apart. But he's like balanced on a book in a D&D box right now, so he can be visible on the camera. Yeah, show me your ass. Hi.
So I don't think I've ever seen a guinea pig that's just like that white. Like, they're usually multicolored or brown.
I think he is albino. He's
Um,
checking out the computer. He's moving around. I'll see if he comes back to the bed. It's really got to have some snacks. Thank you. He'll sit still for food, and that's it, huh? Come on. So yeah, he's albino. He's got red eyes. He's got one little brown ear. I also have a pure black guinea pig. I got like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Man. Foggy. I'm sorry you're uncomfortable, son. Here you go.
Oh.
Fell off the box. Could you pick him up? I'm just gonna slide him forward here. There we go. Get his big old butt up. Keep pulling forward just a little bit more. Oh man, there we go. So he's secured.
All right, so my next question is usually, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body? But when you have lack of experience, I don't know that you could. Can you answer that question? Have you sent any photos to anyone, or?
Actually, I haven't. You know, I know this might come as a shock to you, but I can't get undressed myself. So if I want to send you the photos to someone, it will be a multiple person process.
Right.
And haven't quite gotten to that point in a relationship either where that's actually come up. And I'm not quite just shooting, you know, pictures of myself onto Facebook, but could. I mean, I've gotten compliments, question mark, on other things. So.
Okay, like what? What's your favorite compliment you've gotten?
One time I was introduced to a friend in line at Starbucks. It was this pretty girl, you know, bright blue hair. I took off my sunglasses and was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." She's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your eyes." And I'm like, brain went numb kind of, and I'm like, "You also have eyes." So I don't know. It's nice to just be complimented unexpectedly, I guess.
It is. So since you have caregivers that help you and everything, and I'm thinking about this, and you know, like everybody that has some sort of disability, it's different for everybody, you know. So you don't like sometimes you don't. I know the general public doesn't stop and think about what people need as far as like, but you probably don't have a lot of privacy, do you? As far as like body privacy.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's something I've kind of desensitized myself to. You know, I have to get undressed in front of caregivers to use the bathroom. They have to help me with all that. Same with showering. Showering at this point is like, yep, there's my tits. You also see my tits. We all see my tits. And I don't know. There's not a lot of like stopping and mulling about my body that goes around. That does not mean I don't masturbate. And I have figured out a way to do that quite independently. So
good for you. Yay. I didn't want to really ask that. I don't know why, but I'm glad you told me that because that makes me happy for your, you know, parts.
I mean, who shouldn't? You think I'm sitting here just like dry bone haunted house situation going on down there? No, I'm in college. I'm jerking it all the time.
Oh, good. Good. I know. I just imagine it. I just think it'd be awful if a person couldn't.
Yeah. I've actually, you know, I didn't know how I would be able to do that about 2 years ago. So I bought this book called Sex and Disability out for my Kindle. And I've been reading it to get ideas and stuff on different ways that people can pleasure their partner and themselves. So I took some tips and tricks from that, and that was very helpful because I didn't want to just start groping at myself and hoping something happened.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah. They got books for everything. It's
nice. I'm that nerd that researched how to fuck yourself before I fucked myself. So it worked out.
I love you and your mouth. It's fabulous. Are you doing any creative things while we're locked down?
Oh, I really was looking forward to being able to work on some stories I had started writing the last few years and really get to polish them this summer. But on my housing, tuition unexpectedly fell through. The scholarship got pulled because who needs to live on campus when there's no classes on campus? So I've been slapped with a $2,600 bill, and I've been drawing commissions, selling art for money for the last 2 weeks, and I'm going to continue to do that. So that's my creative stuff. I'm drawing art, making my own art for myself, and trying to find some time to write in between there.
Cool. If someone wants to find you and your art, how would they do that?
I'm Hot Wheels lesbian on Instagram and Hot Wheel lesbian on Twitter because I did not have enough characters to do Hot Wheels.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Anything else? I think we're good. It was very nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, it was nice to see you too. Your comedy is always hilarious. So.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's hard to.
It's hard to sit aside and not have anyone to talk to about the funny things you have to say.
Yeah, well, just doing a lot of online stuff or a little bit. It's just not the same.
Yeah,
Not the same as a live audience for sure.
Although what comes close is a D&D group where there's like 9 people and you can just be funny the whole time and derail campaigns. That's worked for me.
Well, good, good. I'm glad you're finding ways to get around it. All right. Well, thanks again, and I will see you out and about in the real world soon enough, I hope.
Hopefully soon. Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me a call again. I'm gonna let you hit the end call button because I can't reach my computer from here.
Okay. All right. Good talking to
What's
you.
on her mind? She's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl, big, big girl.